naturally cool in the summer. We did that with the closed cell spray foam that we put on the exterior of the building. We've also used solar thermal and solar voltaic to take care of all our hot water and our electrical needs. We have 25 kilowatts of solar on the roof you can't see, and this 12.5 kilowatts along the creek here. So we've got about 40 kilowatts on this building, and that zeroes our electric bill. We triple glaze the windows, and we heat this building with vegetable oil, a biofuel. We're proposing over there, probably we're not going to be able to get enough veggie oil, but so we're probably going to use wood gasifier boilers over at the mill. These vacant buildings, we're hoping we will transform from an energy wasting blight that they are now into Silacqua Power and Art, a 21st century totally renewably powered center for manufacturing, education, and public events. We're also working with Father Peter Young Industries to start manufacturing solar products, such as this solar thermal rover. Now, the solar thermal rover is a tool that's used to teach installers how to install solar thermal. It's a workforce trainer. We're looking to make solar streetlights with Peter Young Industries and solar houses made from shipping containers. And again, thank you to the USDA for all the help and the counsel that we get from you. The United States Department of Agriculture has been a willing and supportive partner to bringing this dream to fruition, and I thank you for your support. And I'd like to introduce Jill Harvey from USDA, who I just met a few minutes ago. The director of this region of USDA.
I say Jill like Jack and Jill, Harvey like the rabbit. If you get that cultural reference, you're over 40. That's a Jimmy Stewart movie. Hi, so yeah, I'm Jill Harvey. I'm the state director for USDA Rural Development in New York State. And prior to that, I was a staff person to different politicians for 27 years. So I worked out my karma, moved on. The last 10 years I was with Chuck Schumer. This is my first full year at Rural Development, and frankly, New York State is mostly number one industry is agriculture. We have, I don't know if the statistics is for, it's for all of America. Once upon a time we said rural, we meant farm, but those days are long gone. There are 60 million people in rural America, and more than 58 million of them don't farm. So rural development is about bringing quality of life programs to rural parts of New York State. And one of our biggest partners here is Scott Murphy, but I'll get to that in a minute. So the REAP program, we call it, is Renewable Energy for America program, or Rural Energy for America program. And it's about all kinds of funding, all kinds of alternative energy projects. Last year we did about 1.5 million projects, different, photovoltaic, for maple syrup industry we did reverse osmosis, but we do projects that are renewable energy. We did 1.5 million. This year we doubled it. We did $3 million worth of projects in New York State. So, and the leader of the pack for my staff will tell you a little more about this project, and that's Scott Collins. He's my energy coordinator for New York State. Scott, will you say a few words?
Thank you, Jill. Just want to give a brief overview of what the Rural Energy for America program does. As Jill mentioned, it funds renewable energy projects. It also funds energy efficiency improvements, and those are both critical components to keeping businesses viable in rural New York and all across the country. It is a national program, highly competitive. The interest in this program, every year Congress gives it more money. Every year we run short, incredibly short, because the demand is overwhelming now. What we've seen in this state, 4 years ago we funded 5 projects. 3 years ago. 2 years ago, we funded 16 projects. Last year, we funded 39 projects. This year, we funded 76. And we turned away another 24 that we just couldn't reach. We found the projects like the one you see here, the solar photovoltaic, wind projects, generally small wind, 100 kilowatts and under, geothermal, biomass projects. We've seen some bioenergy projects and biodiesel production. And a critical component is energy efficiency. Probably, I would guess in this year, somewhere over 1,000 farms in the country will replace antiquated grain dryers with new state-of-the-art dryers that use far less energy, dry better, dry more quickly. They're just incredible improvements, but they're expensive. The REAP program only funds 25% of the cost of any given project. That 25% in a lot of cases is make or break for folks. Our maple industry is all over this program. Last year they first discovered it, we funded 17 projects. This year 30, I expect more next year. Maple producers are on an incredible upswing in this state. They're figuring out they can compete with Vermont. That we have way, way, way more maple trees than Vermont does. Vermont is tapped out, so to speak. And that is correct. And we've seen incredible growth in demand. The folks are putting in systems that allow them to reduce the boiling time by 75%, which obviously saves a lot of energy. They're saying, yeah, the energy's good, but you know what? I'm going to put on twice as many taps next year. I can't make enough maple. I don't have time. Now, they're moving up. They're ramping up the businesses. They're becoming more viable. And it's thanks to this program that they're making these steps. And we certainly appreciate what Congress has done in steadily increasing the allocation for this program, because we've helped a lot of businesses and we expect to help more in the future. I'm going to turn this back to Joe.
Thank you, Scott. I want to quickly say one more thing. We're so busy running around the state handing out REAP awards that we could have doubled up and announced another one, which is Kling Magnetics is also here. I think of that, Kling Magnetics. How much did we give them?
It was 34, around 34,000.
34,000 for a solar thermal system. Also, air conditioned solar thermal. I was really, when we first drove up, I thought, oh my God, we're doing solar snow cone machine. But Jody will get to that one of these days. So it's really my pleasure to introduce, it's really my avocation. Although I'm the state director of New York, my number one love is being the president of Congressman Scott Murphy's fan club. He's just delightful. He was new at it last year, but so impressive, so knowledgeable, just reads up on everything. I've been on some conference calls with him on some other projects. He just knows everything. He is so smart and he's so in love with this state that I can hardly wait to work with him during another term. I'm gonna turn this over to Scott Murphy and we're gonna present a check. Congressman Scott Murphy.
Thanks, Jill. It's great to see so many people out here today, and it's great to be here with Jody and all the projects that he's been involved with. You can tell if you've spent any time here that he's a visionary. He's a leader in this area, and it is so critical for our country, so critical for our future that we lead on this. We have got to develop alternative energy, clean energy, green energy technologies so that we can move this country forward and move us away from the horrible dependence we have on foreign energy supplies that create all kinds of problems for us all over the world, and get focused on building things here in the United States, doing these things that drive our technology forward. We've got the intellectual property here. We know where the innovation is coming from. It's out of our university systems. But now we've got to have the visionaries and the entrepreneurs, people like Jody, that are doing these projects to move us forward. And to see the solar snow cone machine here behind me, that is actually, it's a training device. It's a training device that he's selling to our community colleges, to our BOCES programs that are educating our high school students on how to install solar thermal systems. This is exactly what we need to do to move ourselves down the learning curve and to get us more advanced and more innovative in advanced energy technologies. And in Congress, we know that we've got to support this with tax credits and grants and other things to incentivize this technology and move us forward. Today we're here to announce a USDA grant. It's the U.S. Department of Agriculture that works with our rural communities. In the district I represent, there are 137 towns, and almost all of them are rural, and they need help to be at the forefront of some of this technology. So today what we're doing is investing in the solar system that is on the roof of the building just across the parking lot here, which is going to provide for the power in that facility that's going to allow the manufacturing to move over that Jody's already doing, and to open up that facility to other advanced manufacturing companies that want to be in a solar powered facility. So it's a great use of the technology that's driving the innovation, that's showing people what we can do and starting to bring it into our daily lives so that people here in our community, here in Columbia County, can see this in action and can start to envision what it's going to be like if maybe they want to install a solar system at their home or at their business as we continue to roll this out across our community. So it's a great honor to be here today. It's great to be with a visionary like Jody, who I've been working with for the last couple years, and know the many projects that he's involved with. And I think so many people in this community are aware of all the ideas and the things that he's actually executing. And I'd love to have Jill come back up with our $49,000 check, which is a piece of the cost of the system. He's investing a lot of dollars in it. It's about a $400,000 system. But this is a public-private partnership that's going to help us move forward towards energy independence.
There you go.
So we'll take some questions if people have any questions. And then I think we're going to go over and do a quick tour of the facility and where he's taking this project.
Any questions?
All right, well, let's head over.